Golly, I always forget how loud it is when I'm going into recording. Hey guys, how you doing? Hey, it's me, Tech. Hi. Hey. Uh, I have sent notifications out properly this time. And by that I mean I did it to Twitter this time too. So, how you guys doing? I am excited for today's stream for a couple different reasons. Um, I do have to say that I've been maybe jumping the gun on declaring when things are going to get changed, because there was very little actually that got changed in the last one, and I was sure there'd probably be the most changes yet, and it didn't. Whoopsie. Also, if you look to the right, you will see the worst thing I have ever photoshopped yet, which means I'm currently using Photoshop correctly. But regardless, let us. The only thing you guys missed, very little. I've gotten the pattern now that most you can be sure something changed when it has that little like water sound effect, kind of ummy sound. I think it'll come up. I think it should come up again this episode, but we'll see then. The only thing that changed at the very, very end, when Shiro is back from the encounter at the church, when everybody decides to go to bed, Sakura was dorking it to how cool and heroic Shiro was, and how like handsome and cool he was when he's all injured like that, and like he's still got the heroic stuff in his eyes. She's into it. Much of the monologue is the same, just some extra moaning is cut off. The clean, yeah, and I made a little note here. In the clean version, she manages to fight the horny off, but fails to do so in the other, the horny and the guilt, because she's also feeling very guilty about that. But other than that, everything's much the same. Even the only other thing really worth mentioning is when Rin goes to the Mato's secret worm chamber, we get a look at the worms again, and they're smoother. Let's say it's the other picture of the worms. But I mean, other than that, it's nothing really super major. And that said, I do think I have everything covered. There's nothing really anything major going on. So, why don't we head on in? Oh, today is probably going to be. I think I have like a little. I think I mentioned it before. I have a little flowchart of the whole game basically, and if I'm eyeballing this correctly, Day 9 in Heavens feels the longest day in the game. I hope I'm ready for it. I may actually have to break this up, because although I wonder where I would break it up from. Probably there? I don't know if it would be the whole thing, though. We'll see. I'll either finish the day, or we'll do like an hour and a half, maybe. Maybe a little bit more than that. The whole day, or 2 hours, whichever comes first. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway. February 8th. Heaven's Feel. My Rain. Morning. I don't know, that tastes weird, different for some reason. When the bright sunlight I realize my neck is stiff. Whoa. My neck feels heavy because my shoulders are stiff. I probably strained my neck when I slept on my stomach. On the other hand, my back feels much better now. I don't feel any pain, so it shouldn't hinder my normal life. Crap. It's past 7. Ow! I feel a sharp pain in my stomach. It's fine as long as I stay still, but it hurts when I suddenly move. It's a bruise. Been a little hurt for a while, but it's nothing I can't endure. It's not like it's bad enough for me to stop moving, so I should be able to act normally. I get changed and leave my room. I smell breakfast in the living room, so I bet Sakura's already preparing it. Morning. Sorry I slept in. Is there anything I can still help with? Good morning, Senpai. It's rare for you to sleep in. Oh wow, her eyes are already empty. Hold on. Yeah, stop double clicking. Actually I can't tell. Whatever. I'm sorry. It was already morning when I noticed. It can't be helped because you're injured. I went to wake you up earlier, but you didn't even show signs of waking up. I think your body's tired. Wow. I have no memory of Sakura coming to wake me up. Not only are my shoulders stiff, but it seems my head is still asleep. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go wash my face. I'll be back right away. No, please take your time. I'll prepare breakfast myself today, so please go wash your face. Sakura is really energetic. Well, she's making the offer. I guess I shouldn't turn her down. Then I'll go ahead and wash my face. Yes, I'm confident in today's miso soup, so please look forward to it. I nod and head into the hallway. Wait a minute. Something's weird. I went past her without caring because she was energetic, but this is just like... Ah! I hear something falling to the ground. I don't know if it's because I've heard it many times these past few days, but I realize the sound is of someone falling. Oh no. Sakura! I run back to the living room. Sakura must have been on the ground as she slowly raises her upper body. Sakura! I support her staggering body. Her body's hot, just like before. Her breathing is ragged, and her shirt is wet with her sweat, telling me how bad her condition is. Oh, senpai. She must have come to her senses. Sakura looks at me with unfocused eyes. Jeez, I told you to take your time, but you came back right away. Please hold on. I'll prepare breakfast right away. She smiles and brushes my hand off of her. Sakura. It doesn't seem like she's pushing herself, but rather that she doesn't notice she's sick. Hold on. You don't have to make breakfast. Just go back to your room and lie down. You have high fever. Huh? I have a fever? Yeah. Shit, it's really bad if you don't know it yourself. Why did I notice something so obvious? Even though I was depressed about Saber, there's something wrong with me if I can't care for Sakura's health. Senpai, I'm really fine. I just fell. It's not like I'm dizzy or anything. Don't say stupid things. You have such a high fever I don't even need a thermometer to tell. Oh. I pull her into the living room. I have to let Sakura rest for now. I'll report to the school that she's going to be absent, make some breakfast that's easy to digest, and for lunch... yeah, I'll ask Fujimura's old man to keep one of their housekeepers over. Where are you going, senpai? We still have to eat breakfast before we go to school. Sakura still hasn't grasped the situation. All her energy must have been a result of the fever. You're not going to school. You're resting in your room today. I'll let the school know, and I'm going to see Fujini in class, so I'll tell her that. I'm not going to school? Right. Who else would it be? I am injured, but I'll be fine. There's no reason for me to stay home. Well, there's no reason for me to push myself and to go to school because I lost Saber. I don't have such liberty. There's something I have to do. I can't be staying in my house until I go get Tosaka about last night. About Mato Zoken, an assassin. Anyway, you're to stay home today. You're working hard every day, so you can rest once in a while. I'll come home right away after I'm done with my business. Oh, no, I'm really fine. So let's eat breakfast and go to school. This fever will go away if I do. Such a thing won't happen, idiot. You're being absurd.
I'm not being absurd. You're the one being reckless. I feel perfectly fine, and you're injured. I'm the one staying home? That's...
Whoa, Sakura.
It's strange, Senpai. I'm having trouble breathing.
Sakura's breathing hard and is just about to fall to the ground. I support her, but her body really is heavy. She must not have the power to stand up, or maybe she can't stand up because her body is heavy. Either way, Sakura's so sick that she can't walk by herself, and she's the only one who thinks she's fine. Idiot. Look, I'm gonna make you stay home today, no matter what. I don't care if you don't like it or not, but you'll end up staying home tomorrow too if you use up extra energy.
But Senpai, I have to come to school.
Delirious, Sakura punctuates her sentence with ragged breaths. Ignoring her, I left her up and head to the guest room. She's already asleep when I get there. But she must still be semi-conscious. She's breathing painfully and takes a firm grip on my arm. I lay her on the bed.
Senpai?
Her voice is vague. Sakura is staring into the ceiling and not me. Sakura. Her ragged breathing, flushed cheeks, sweat-dampened clothes, and heaving breasts. She looks so erotic that I quickly look away. Why am I so impudent when Sakura's sick? Crap. I guess I'll have to ask the housekeeper. I can't change her clothes or wipe her down. Her breathing has calmed down since she's lying down, so she should get better with some fever medicine. Once she can walk again, I can take her to the hospital to go get some medicine. Sakura, I'm going to go get someone, so sleep until then. You're familiar with Fujini's housekeeper, right? There's no reply. Her breathing still sounds painful, but it seems like she's asleep. Oh. You're obstinate in weird ways, Sakura. Why do you want to go to school so bad? I'm just talking to myself. I know there won't be a reply because Sakura's asleep. Alright, I'm going to school. I step away from the bed and head to the door. Then...
I want to go to school with you, Senpai.
I hear her answer. Sakura? I turn around. She's still asleep, and her eyes are closed painfully. I guess she's just talking in her sleep. I leave the guest room. On my way out...
Because I have to protect Senpai.
She says this in feverish tones. I drop by Fujini's place on my way to school to have their housekeeper come by. I sometimes forget because Fujini's not the type to dress up, but the Fujimura family is one of the richest households around here. It has dozens of scary-looking people that call themselves company employees, even though they're not even a company. Many of them live in the outbuilding, so they have a large family. So there are many housekeepers, and one will be free to spare if I ask. So... I get one of the emergency housekeepers who took care of my place a few times before Sakura started coming over. She's acquainted with Sakura, so I can trust her to take care of her. It's lunchtime. In accordance with our agreement, I meet up with Tosaka on the rooftop and tell her what happened last night. And the result is...
Then what? Mato Zokin's assassin's master, and he tried to kill you and not Saber?
Tosaka's getting really angry. That's right. What's with you all of a sudden?
It's not sudden. From what I heard, Zokin tried to kill you after Saber was defeated. That's weird. This process is wrong no matter how you look at it.
Tosaka leans forward and glares at me. We're back up just a few centimeters because of her attitude, but we're still sitting in our spot behind the water tower.
Hey, are you listening to me, Emiya-kun? Don't you think something was strange about what you just told me?
Tosaka Rin glares at me in dissatisfaction. As if her attitude wasn't bad enough, now she's getting right in my face. The space is small, so there's no room for me to back up. I'm like a mouse in a trap. There's nowhere for me to run. What was strange?
It's the priorities. Zokin didn't try to kill you, even though you two were alone. That was fortunate that Assassin was able to beat Saber, but there was a chance of Assassin's defeat. Zoken should have tried to kill you, Saber's master, as quickly as possible.
Well, I guess that's true. But maybe Zoken was confident that Assassin could beat Saber.
No way. Even you could tell that Assassin was weaker, right? Then Zoken definitely wouldn't gamble like that. I bet he had a reason not to kill you. Well, I can think of 2 reasons.
2, so that's... Huh. The 2 of these are actually right. I'm going to say the one that sounds more right. He could afford to play around? I guess he was playing around. Maybe he thought he could kill me at any time. Which he could. He had the skies blacked out with his weird bugs.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some other reason, but maybe he could afford to keep you alive as long as he wanted. Maybe we could take advantage of that opening. Anyway, Zoken had something he wanted out of Saber. He probably wanted you to stay alive as a master, but with that aside, he had a reason to kill you. I'll ask again. You're sure he said you're useless, right?
I recall what happened last night.
There are still uses for the daughter of Tosaka, but you are of no more use.
Yeah, you also said you're useful. You're still useful.
I see. I don't know why you're useless now, but that must be why he's running away from me. One of us has to die if we meet, but Zoken needs both of us to stay alive for some reason, so he's hiding from me.
Tosaka ponders.
Well,
I've told her what I need to tell her. If there's anything else I should say, it's... I can't do this myself. I need Tosaka's help. He's talking about fighting the shadow. He can't do that himself. I have to decide what to do from now on. I chose to keep fighting. Macho Zoken and Assassin. Also that. Black Shadow wandering around this town. A battle between masters over the Holy Grail. I chose to stop it even without Saber. Then it shouldn't matter how I do. I need Tosaka's help if I don't want there to be any more victims. Tosaka? I lost Saber in my command spell, so I'm not a master anymore, right?
Right, I forgot about that. You're not a master anymore. You have no reason to be involved in the Holy Grail War, and you're less likely to be attacked by other masters.
Yeah, I really only wanted the Holy Grail because Saber wanted it. I don't really have any interest in it now that Saber's gone.
I see. Then you're not going to be fighting anymore?
There's no emotion in Tosaka's eyes. Her words are merely something she must ask as a master, devoid of personal interest. It's not a question, but a warning. This is my last chance. She's providing me with the chance to back out, telling me I'll still make it if I want to withdraw. I will fight. But my mind is made up. I'll remember her consideration, though. I will fight. I won't stop fighting just because I'm not a master. I chose to fight to stop the war.
I see. Then I guess we'll still keep our relationship. Even though we're enemies, we'll keep our truce in place until the shadow's been beaten.
Tosaka suddenly smiles. She looks friendly, as if something good has happened. Well, I don't really care, but... hold on, why are we still enemies? I'm not a master anymore, and there's no reason for us to fight.
What are you saying? Even if you've lost your command spell and your servant, you're still Saber's former master. You were somehow chosen by the Holy Grail, so you still have the right to obtain the Grail until the very end. You're still my rival, even though you're powerless.
Really? Even if I have no intention of obtaining the Grail?
That would depend on the situation, right? It's possible that you end up needing the Holy Grail when you're in a situation where you can obtain it, and you inevitably use it. Unselfish people are affected by other people because they're unselfish.
You're thinking too much, Tosaka. Even if I end up needing the Holy Grail, that doesn't mean I can obtain it.
It's just a what if. The possibility's there. That's why I'm saying we're enemies. And that's why mages that aren't masters anymore run to the church. Even without their servant, there's still obstacles to the other masters. Keep that in mind and watch out. It's not just Zoken that wants to kill you.
I guess I appreciate the warning, but I don't like having Tosaka as an enemy.
Why the difficult face? We were already enemies. Is there a problem with that?
Yeah, it means I can't ask you for your help after all.
Huh?
She freezes. She freezes it and looks at me as if she's seen a ghost.
Why do you need my help?
Because I can't do this myself. Ending the Holy Grail War means defeating the other masters, but I don't have the power to do so. I know it looks pitiful, but I don't really care about that. I only have a few options, and I think this is the best I can do. That's why I can't be enemies with you. I need you as an ally.
Hey, are you sane, Emiya-kun?
I am. I'm too weak to fight alongside you, so I could end up weighing you down. I can't offer you anything in return, so there's nothing in it for you if you help me. Yeah, cooperation like this isn't usually possible.
So you do understand. Equivalent exchange is standard for mages, just like you say. I can't lend something to someone with no money, and I can't help someone who can't help me in return. You know that's for your own good too, right? I gave you advice because we had a truce, but it's a different matter if we're actually allies. If that were the case, we'd have to share the reward too.
I know, but I'm asking you anyway, even knowing that. Please, help me, Tosaka. I'll pay you back for this as long as I'm alive.
As long as you're alive?
I'm fully aware that I'm only a burden on her. But Tosaka's the most reliable person I know, and I can trust her to do no wrong even if she obtains the Holy Grail. So Tosaka's the only one I can see winning, and the only one I'm willing to cooperate with. Tosaka, please, let me hear your answer. I look at her straight on.
It's obvious, right? Even if I team up with someone who's not a master,
Tosaka?
I said I can't help you even if you ask me like that. First of all...
Tosaka?
This is like a real contract.
Then, Tosaka looks down once and...
Geez, alright. Then here's the terms for our agreement.
She glares at me. What do you mean by terms?
Terms are terms. This is a legitimate contract. So I'll consider it if you can promise me what I'm going to ask you.
Tosaka, I've already told you, I have nothing I can give back to you.
Just listen to me.
Alright, I'm listening.
Okay, here's the first one. I don't mind cooperating, but will you do as I tell you? Will you obey me, no matter what I tell you to do during a battle?
Yeah, sure.
Then here's the second question. Can you trust me, like I'll be trusting you? Will you stay by my side no matter how ugly things get?
Hold on a little bit. That's weird. It's really weird. No. I won't betray you, of course, but I'm not really sure about that last part. What do you mean by things turning out ugly?
That's obvious, right? I'm talking about dying or coming close to it. You have nothing to give me, so you need to be prepared for such a thing, right? Or what? Are you saying I should conveniently give you whatever you ask for with nothing in return?
You got me there, Tosaka. I almost said Sakura. Twice.
Of course, I'm not playing around much now. It's not worth it for me unless you show that much determination.
Alright, I'll try my best.
I see. So you'll give me your absolute obedience?
Tosaka said something dangerous with an evil smile. It seems to be the final question, but... So this is... There's some time in between the consequences of this, this decision and, like, this decision. But it does lead to, like, a straight-on bad end. I can see it right now. It's much farther in the day, but it leads to straight-on bad end. No. No way! I'll admit that your instructions are better than as a mage, but I'm sure you make mistakes once in a while. If you say something ridiculous, I can't just obey you. I'll protest if I think you're wrong. That's what it means to cooperate, right? Jolly cooperation.
Of course, I can't cooperate with you unless that's the case. I tend to do things my own way, so I need someone to act as my brakes. It'll be helpful if you can take that role.
Huh? I'm honestly a bit disappointed. I expected disagreeing to spark an argument, but Tosaka's nodding in satisfaction.
Then here's the last question. I'll help you as much as I can if it's something I can do and you can't do. But can you do the same even if it's the opposite case?
Something I can do that you can't? Is there really such a thing? Is it possible that she can't cook and needs my help? It's the only thing I got for me.
Hey, come on and answer since it's the most important question. Yes or no, quick.
If it'll help me out if I can give you a specific example.
Jeez, I'm asking if you'll let me win or not.
She says with her cheeks blushing as if she's sulking. It looks childish, completely unlike Tosaka. But, yeah. I'll let you win since I'm cooperating with you. Promise. It's really cute, actually. That's the best part of the tsundere.
Then we'll meet at the front gates after school. You're going to have club activities at my place starting today.
Club activities at your place?
Yep, we're cooperating, so I need to teach you how to fight by yourself, right? Well, I know from what I've already seen that you're an amateur, so you'll be working overtime every day.
But that's, well, I don't mind, and that's actually really helpful, but that's starting today?
Of course. I'll have to figure out your ability and determine our plan from tonight on. You'll be going home late. That's not a problem since you live alone, right?
Well, I guess that's true, but how do you know about that, Tosaka?
I thought so because there wasn't anybody at your house when I treated your wood before. Anyway, that's how it's gonna be, so you'll just have to wait for me at the front gate.
Tosaka waves goodbye and runs off. It's Friday today. Classes run to 6 periods, so we'll be going home after 3. This is bad. I told Sakura I'd be coming home early, but I can't cancel Tosaka's proposal on the very first day. I feel bad for Sakura, but I'll go with Tosaka for today. Well, she isn't a devil. So she might let me go home early if I tell her about Sakura, right? I wait for Tosaka by the front gate. The sky is gray and it looks like it'll rain any minute now. There's a chill wind, so it'll be a cold night if it rains.
What are you thinking about?
Then, Tosaka's in front of me when I notice. She must have ran here as her shoulders are moving up and down. Nothing, just thought of my rain.
Oh, the weather? I guess it'll be a drizzle. We have to go patrol tonight, so it'll be a pain if it rains too much.
Seems Tosaka's already made plans for us to go on patrol. I don't mind, but I'd like to go by my house to check on Sakura before that. Hey Tosaka, about that.
I know. I'll train as your cooperator, so prepare yourself. I'll make you a proper mage.
With those confident words, Tosaka sets off down the hill. Shit. I can't bring up the subject of going home early if she smiles like that. Sure you can, man. Come on. Have some fun. We make the long walk up the hill south of the intersection. This residential area is filled with Western-style houses. Tosaka's house is at the top of the hill, as Sakura's house. Wow. So this is Tosaka's place. Sakura's house is bigger, but this house feels more like a Western mansion. And it somehow feels cold. There's been an air that seems to reject anyone nearing this place ever since we finished climbing up the hill. Why'd you stop? This is my house. Yeah, I know, I was just forced. Yeah, my house is different from yours. It's just that even someone who's ignorant of magical energy, like you, can feel the coldness of this house. Tosaka goes into her home, speaking in bored tones. Hey, come on, I don't have any traps set up, so you don't need to... Oh. Hey, come on, I don't have any traps set up, so you don't need to hesitate. She beckons me from the entrance. No, it's not because of the atmosphere that I'm hesitating. Muttering to myself, I gather up my composure and go in. This place certainly does have a cold atmosphere, but that's nothing. She has no idea what big deal it is for a guy to come over to Rin Tosaka's house. Well, I'm sure she won't understand even if I explain it to her. If I'm lucky, she'll just laugh. Wait. Why are we in your room and not like the living room or something? With an utter lack of concern, she shows me through the living room into her bedroom. It's because this place has more instruments ready. The living room is where you have tea, but we didn't come to drink tea, right? You're right, but... I wish you'd think of me as a boy her age. And not like a mage, or whatever. Just sit down wherever. I'll be using sage and cards to consecrate you. But tell me now if you don't like it either. Tosaka opens the box by her bed. It looks like a treasure chest from an adventure movie. Kishi's agate is useless for this. Ah, I'm out of sage. Can you bring some up from downstairs, Archer? Scarlet sage, right? Well, I don't think you'll need to go that far to distinguish this man. I'll do whatever I please. You can rest downstairs after that. We have a pact, so you don't need to protect me. You're right. I doubt he has the nerve to betray you. I'll get ready for tonight. That must be Archer. His presence must be thin when in spirit form. I didn't feel much magical energy from him. I'm surprised. I didn't even notice he was in the room. That's how it is when he's in spirit form. Even if he takes form, his magical energy won't leak outside as long as he's in this house. It's elementary for a workshop to shut in the magical energy. Oh, so it's the same for Makari Mato's place, right? Yes, but that place has no need to hide magical energy anymore. If they have magical energy, it'd be the energy leaking out from the mage himself, and not from the house. Well, either way, it takes nothing to hide magical energy. I take Archer with me to school too, but I'm resting him during the day since he's not up to par. You know, we cut his head off, kind of. Tosaka rummages through the treasure chest with a difficult expression. It seems she can't find what she wants. Is she the kind of person that never keeps anything in order? Yes. Really, why doesn't the wound he received from Saber just heal when all the other wounds can be healed so easily? I'm sure they had some connection. Jeez, why am I finding my master's jewels now? I can never find them when I want them, damn it. She leans forward and keeps fumbling around. The chest looks small, but it seems big enough to be able to fit Tosaka inside. Man, there's nothing to prepare for. All I can do is pray that she'll find the thing she wants, or just look around her room aimlessly. Then... I see something. It's a photo. A bookshelf that's about waist high is at the corner of the room. On it is a photo that looks to have been long forgotten. Dust falls off when I pick it up, and I can tell it's been left alone for a long time. It's not that she never cleans, just this picture is undisturbed. Does Tosaka not like seeing herself as a kid? No, if that were all, she would just put it away. Maybe it's important to her, but she doesn't want to touch it. But people sure can change. Tosaka looks like she's 5 or 6 in this picture, and she's really cute. So she had long black hair back then, too. The girl in the picture looks just like she is now, except younger. That's why I noticed that one thing is different. Yeah, that tastes different. That's weird. Did somebody make tea? Someone made tea in my hot water.
Thanks for waiting. I'm all ready now. There'll be a little pain, but that's nothing you should be worried about. Huh. What's going on, Amy-kun?
Oh, this. Tosaka. I show her the picture I found.
Oh, that's an old photo. I just put it up in the corner. Is, something wrong with it?
Well, there's nothing wrong, but it's nothing much, so I hesitate. It's nothing I need to ask her about, it just got my attention.
Oh, I see. You want to say I have a different ribbon on, right?
Yeah.
It's natural. I'm a girl, so I have lots of ribbons. Even if it's my favorite, do you think I'd keep the same ribbon on over 10 years?
Yeah. She's right now that she mentions it. It's just an ordinary ribbon. Why was I so concerned about it?
I'm kidding. That's what I want to say, but ribbons are special. It's the last resort for female mages. It's an appropriate magical item, so there aren't many substitutes for it.
Wow, then is that ribbon some sort of magical item?
Yeah. Holding the hair in place means holding the magical energy in place. Family doesn't have mystic eyes, so we have to at least keep our reserve magical energy from our hair. It's something that controls your body, so it's best if you make it yourself, right? That's the first ribbon I made. It was my favorite, but I parted with it for various reasons.
Well,
let's stop with the idle talk. I'm starting the consecration, so sit down in that chair.
Tosaka's analysis ends rather quickly. She lit an incense and did something like tarot fortune telling and asked me a few personality assessment like questions. And Tosaka says,
You didn't correspond to anything. Further testing would be useless.
And quickly gives up on diagnosing my magic circuit. Does that mean you can't tell?
Excuse me, I found out that you're not related to the 5 elements. Any more consecration is out of my expertise, so it's useless to keep going. I'll just see what magic it can use and figure it out from there.
It's weird. It's a weird one, his special element. That's how it is according to her. I ran through the strengthening magic using the clay she prepared. It's called an ether cluster, and it's a strange object that returns to its original form no matter what happens to it. It's a good conductor for magical energy. I strengthen it so easily that I'm afraid it won't recover, but...
It's like Shiniku, so don't worry about it. It restores its original state in a day even if you bundle it with strong magical energy.
She says something like that. Shiniku, by the way, is meat that never goes away, no matter how much of it you eat. Interesting. Anyway, I keep repeating the strengthening magic on the clay. I can't fail in front of Tosaka, but I only succeed 2 out of 10 times. Activating my magic circuit, which was easy when I had Saber, took a lot of time and effort. Tosaka asked me a few questions while I cast the strengthening magic. Whether I'm self-taught, whether I can use any other spells, how Kiritsugu taught me, and what I have the easiest time in imagining. So, Tosaka's expression darkens further when each answer I give with each answer I give, and by the end she's shut up entirely. I don't know what she's angry about, but it's really awkward to be here if she makes a face like that. Um, Tosaka? I know it's only a matter of course, but aren't you regretting cooperating with me because are you regretting cooperating with me because I'm such an amateur?
Huh? Yeah, I do regret that you're an amateur, but in your case, you were taught wrong. Or should I say that I'm surprised you're still alive with the way you're doing things?
Yeah, this is kind of rerun knowledge, but the way he's doing his magical circuit shit is like killing him. Almost actively. Hey, Tosaka? I think you might have lost me. Why is she glaring at me?
Fine. I guess if we're going to correct you, we'll have to start with the fundamentals. Let's go back to what we were talking about earlier. Is it true that the things that you projected are still in your shed?
Yeah, things don't normally go away unless you break them, right? I told her that I use projection as a breather in between strengthening magic. It seems Tosaka is particular about it and told me to use projection using the clay. She told me to make a vase. Everything started out smoothly, but in the end I still failed.
For now, I'll teach you how to turn your switch on and off. It's faster to make an actual switch in your body. Stay over tonight. It's a drastic measure, so you'll have to stay in bed all night.
What? You mean here?
What's at the vase? Don't worry, I'm not going to be performing surgery on you. You'll just drink some medicine. Well, you won't be able to move for a while because it's so strong.
It's not that I don't like the drastic measures. I look at the clock. It's almost 5. I didn't notice since it's cloudy today, but it's getting really late. Tosaka's helping me as a fellow mage. It makes me happy, and I'm grateful, but I'm worried about Sakura, too. I can't leave Sakura by herself, even if there is a housekeeper. I'm worried about her. I feel bad, but I should clearly tell her.
Tosaka, would you mind doing that at my house? Huh? At your house?
Yeah, Sakura's lying sick at my house, so I want to check on her. I won't be able to rest easy while lying in bed unless I'm sure she's alright.
That's right.
He's astonished. It's only natural. Anyone would get mad if someone asked to cooperate but told them today was a bad day to train.
You idiot! I wouldn't have kept you here for so long if you told me earlier.
What? She stands up as soon as she yells at me, then crosses the room and puts on her coat.
Let's go. We've done everything that can be done here, and we can do the rest at your place. We'll continue as soon as you're done with nursing Sakura, so let's hurry.
Okay. That's gonna help me out, thank you.
I'll tell you now since I don't want to have to keep remembering this. Your nature is in projection and not strengthening. I don't know where you made your mistake or what your misunderstanding is, but you're a mage that belongs to the side that creates.
Tosaka walks off down the hallway. I tilt my head in wonder, but I follow Tosaka and leave the Tosaka household. Interlude 9-1. The second hand on the clock ticks loudly, causing her to look up. It's past 4. School's already over, and he should be home by now, even if he went by the shopping district.
I wonder what's going on. Senpai sure is late.
She leans on the wall and murmurs, absent-mindedly.
Huh?
She feels heavy and dizzy. What do I do with this? Just shove it over there. She's surprised at how quiet her voice is. The second hint is annoyingly loud, but her words are almost inaudible. Only simple sounds echo in her ears. The monotonous ticking of the clock. The painful thumping of her heart. The two sounds enter her brain even if she covers her ears, and her dizziness gets worse.
That's strange. I'm really not sick anymore.
That's why she sent the housekeeper home. Fucking Jesus Christ, of course she did. It was down to her normal temperature when she checked it, and she was able to cook her own lunch. She was just fine after lunch, and she waited eagerly for his return. It's hot, but her whole body's hot now. The heat source isn't her, so it has to be something else. Between her blood vessels, between her muscles, where there are no spaces. Something that's not her is in there, turning like a car engine. Her fever is so high that it makes her imagine such a thing. The abnormality is unprecedented. The sensation is strange and unpleasant. She isn't the only one that's in pain. It's shared by the things in her body, crawling through her blood and vessels and nerves. To speak figuratively, it's like puppies looking for the exit to a can filled with meat. That's expressive. The heat source, the things within her, are trying their best to fulfill their role. Thinking about that makes it seem charming, and she cannot make herself hate the sensation. The clock is loud. She looks up at the clock absentmindedly. It's 4:30. A bit longer. He should be back in half an hour. She has to calm down and suppress the things running around inside of her by then. It's hard. It happened many times before. Yeah, she's used to these symptoms. She's experienced them in many times since she was a child and was taught how to suppress them. She tells herself that it'll be no trouble this time either, but her fever does not go down, and the things within her keep speeding up. No, this is strange, Senpai. Her body doesn't calm down. She never has been able to. What's missing, what she needs, and what has changed? She tries to think about these questions, but the ticking of the clock keeps distracting her. Huh? This sound. When she realizes the sound is not the clock, but a warning from the house itself. Oh, Emmy is not here? That's convenient. A familiar person enters, barefooted. Nissan. Oh, what's wrong, Sakura? Emmy is not here and you're all by yourself in a place like this. Maybe you use Ryder too much, like the old man said. He comes into the living room, walks over to the girl leaning against the wall. She can't muster her strength. No, she has no will to move from the start. I came to pick you up, Sakura. The time for playing house is over. The one looking down at her has a fixed smile. Nisa. Come on, let's go. I have much to settle with my match with Emiya. I'm sure you want to see him, so I thought I'd let you watch up close. The boy grabs her arm and hauls her to her feet. No, I don't want to. She tries to get away, but lacks the strength to do so. The man pulls her in, still feigning calm. Don't get so mad, Sakura. A little sister should listen to her big brother. No, it's not as you promised, Nia-san. You said you wouldn't do anything to Senpai. She protests with tears in her eyes. He continues to play the role of a kind brother, but the smile that doesn't reach his eyes twitches at the corner. She lets out a sob. I'm being kind. I have something I got from the old man, but I don't want to use something like that if I can help it. He pulls her by the arm towards the door. Don't worry. This is how things are between guys. I'll keep my promise, and I don't mind if you come back here when we're through. But I need to punish the bad guy who left my little sister all alone in this condition. He puts his mouth close to her ear and whispers in delight. She shuts her mouth. She knows better than anyone that her brother has never listened to others once he's made his mind up. That's right. You're a good girl, Sakura. Let's go ahead. It wouldn't do to wait here. We're going to play around. We have to invite him to my territory. Ryder, bring Sakura with me. Handing her over to the servant, he exits. Right there. The girl raises her head. There stands a servant with long hair. Interlude. Out. I'm home. Tadaimasu. I think that's it. I raise up my voice as I go into the house. Then, I feel something strange as soon as I enter. The hallway, Emiya-kun. She doesn't even need to tell me. There are footprints on the floor. The only shoes I see are Sakura's. The housekeepers aren't there, and the house is dead silent. Sakura? I go into the guest room. It's empty. The strange feeling turns into an ominous conviction. I return to the living room. She isn't here either. The footprints end here in the living room. Somebody came in here with the shoes on, did something in this room, and then went back outside. Emiya-kun, look at the floor there. It's small, but there's a trace of I know, Sakura. Oh, I know. Sakura was here. Yeah, I know. Sakura was waiting for me alone in the living room, but it's not here now. There are unfamiliar footprints in the hallway. That's all. It's more strange not to draw a conclusion. The answer's clear if I think about it just a bit. Calmly. 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 Calmly think, and I could tell what happened here. So why? Why is my head not working at all? Hey, Emiya-kun? I should have come home earlier. Should have thought about it more seriously. Didn't I have Sakura stay over for fear of just this situation? Motozoken said Sakura was unrelated. Why did I believe his words? There's no way she's unrelated when she's part of the Mato family. So why? Why did I believe such a convenient story? The phone rings. I nod at Tosaka and slowly pick up the receiver. Hello? Are you finally home, Emiya? It's Shinji. There's no mistake about it, and I knew this is what would happen. What have you done with Sakura? I only went to pick her up. She is my sister, so I can't leave her at someone else's house forever. Shinji. That's great. You're getting all pissed. You're vexed that I took Sakura back. Tosaka must be able to hear Shinji's voice because she's leaning forward. I raise a hand to stop her and urge him to go on. Don't waste my time. Tell me what your business is. You should know. Let's decide our match. You don't think that last fight was the end, do you? I do. You ran away. Everything was decided right then. It's not decided. That's the difference in our servants, not your power. I wouldn't have run away if Saber wasn't there. There's no way I'll lose if Saber doesn't come. If Saber doesn't come? I see. Raida must not have told Shinji that Saber was eliminated. Oh. That must be why he forced Sakura to go with him. In short, this phone call is... Shinji? What are you going to do with Sakura? What a disturbing thing to say. I'm not going to do anything to my precious little sister. If you come by yourself to get her, that is. Stop, Tosaka. If she interrupts now, the conversation will get worse. So you want me to come fight you without Saber? Yeah, I'm glad you're perceptive when it counts. We'll fight at the school. Come alone, okay? If Ryder set up a battlefield over the school, I'll know right away if you bring Saber with you. Though of course, I don't think you do something so cowardly in front of Sakura. I hear him sniggering on the other end of the phone. I'll go right away. Just in case, I want to know one thing. Are you a master, or are you Sakura's brother? Is that a joke? I'm a master, and I'm Sakura's dependable older brother. What about you, Emiya? Are you a master, or just a coward? Alright. I'm going to fight you as a master. Yeah, if it ends up being a fight. I put the phone down. I start off right away. Hold on. Are you really going to go alone? That's what he wanted. We can talk later, Tosaka.
That's my lie. Shinji probably took Sakura because he wants to display his strength in front of her. You'll be killed if you go. I don't know if Shinji's aware of it now, but seeing you die will be unbearable for Sakura. We should wait and see and come up with a plan.
I know, but I can't waste time. I can still hear that laugh in my mind. I see. Would Shinji kill me in front of Sakura?
I don't know, but it's highly possible. Wait, are you alright, Emi-kun? You look calm, but don't tell me you actually lost your cool.
I've lost my cool? Is he asking me if I can only think about going to the school and punching Shinji in the face? Oh, then. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. I'm mad at myself for not saying anything because I thought it was a family matter. He's not Sakura's brother anymore. Such a guy took Sakura. I'm going to... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else. I'm mad at myself for not saying anything because I thought it was a family matter. He's not Sakura's brother anymore. Such a guy took Sakura.
I'm going to take her back. Don't do anything, Tosaka. I'm not sure who read that line. I'll find out later. I go outside. The sky is dark and the sun's about to set. I bet it'll rain tonight. I have to come home with Sakura before that.
Hold on. Don't you join forces with me because you didn't say you could save... Didn't you join forces with me because you couldn't save anybody by yourself?
I stop. Her words splash cold water into my heated brain. I'm sorry, but Sakura's in danger. I know it's suicidal to go alone, but that's all I can do.
I thought so. But I can't really help you as long as Shinji has taken Sakura. But Emi-kun, if you manage to get Sakura back from Shinji, I can do the rest.
You'll take care of Shinji?
No, I'm talking about Ryder. Servants are the ones who fight the other servants, right? I'll be hiding, so do anything you can to save Sakura. If you can manage that, I'll save you no matter what, even if you're about to die in the next second.
Tosaka sounds like she's trying to convince herself. This is just going to increase the burden on her. Tosaka's trying to fulfill... Oh, I'm fully aware of that, and I got Tosaka to help me. And now, Tosaka's trying to fulfill our promise. That convinces me. I rely on Tosaka. In return, I'm going to get Sakura back. Sakura back. Fuck. Everyone's on the mind. Alright, I'll leave the follow-up to you.
Yeah, that's under the condition that you're still alive to protect Sakura. Even Archer can't protect Sakura while fighting Ryder. It's meaningless to save Sakura at the cost of your life.
The school building is deserted. Thanks to a series of comas, the school closed early. It's not even 6 o'clock. There are no students or teachers to be seen. Can you tell where Shinji is, Tosaka?
Knowing him, he's probably inside. I'm sure he's waiting in familiar territory, like on the upper floor.
It could only be one place. Yeah, that really tastes like chamomile or something. Somebody, made some tea and I ended up with tea dregs. Or did I not notice it was in there? Interesting. Anyway, whatever. Shinji's in the classroom of the third floor. I'll go ahead. You come later, Tosaka.
Okay, I'll go through the gate after 10 minutes. I didn't tell you, but a bounded field's set up here. I'll be found out even if I hide my presence, so keep their attention so they don't notice me.
I nodded, start running. I have 10 minutes. There's not steel in my back. The magic circuit's already made. I tell myself that my only weapon is meant to protect Sakura, not to harm my enemy. Jesus Christ, Shinji. I've said that so many times this route, but Jesus. I stop. On the third floor hallway are a black servant and Shinji, holding a knife to Sakura. You? My mind explodes. My feet start to move again. Then the black servant blocks my way. Stop.
My master will harm her if you take another step.
Slide to an abrupt halt. My mouth hurts. I'm gritting my teeth so hard they're screaming. Shinji! Yo, just like I thought, you came flying over here. I knew you'd come alone if I told you to. My cool brain boils up once again. My head shakes so much that I almost forgot about the servant in front of me. What is that? Why is he doing such a thing? I'm the one that Shinji hates, right? I would have come even if he hadn't resorted to this, but... Sakura is Shinji's sister. An older brother should protect his younger sister. Family members should help each other out and laugh together. So why doesn't he understand? Something I couldn't protect. Why can't he understand how Sakura must feel to have her own brother holding a knife to her? Are you serious, Shinji? Of course. I'm using the last trump card because I'm serious. What, are you so stupid even at a time like this? Before I knew it, I'm running. I can't stop until I get Sakura away from Shinji. But she's in my way. Rider's blocking my way, protecting Shinji.
I do not understand. Why did you come here? In coming here, you showed you were willing to obey my master. If you planned to fight, you should not have come alone.
Rider's right. I have to calm down. Since I obeyed Shinji, I have to think only about saving Sakura, and not defeating Shinji. I take a deep breath and pull myself together. Shinji's enjoying my dismay with Sakura in his arms. Sakura hasn't raised her head since I arrived. She's not unconscious. She's standing unassisted. Her head is down because she doesn't want to raise it. Shinji, did you tell her about us? I glare at him, unable to hide my anger. Huh? Oh, I see. Yeah, don't worry, Emiya. Since you wouldn't told her, I told her everything. I told her we're both masters and tried to kill each other. Do you want to hide that from her? Are you stupid? Of course she'll find out. She knew you were hiding something, but she couldn't ask you because she's just your underclassman. He presses the blade against Sakura's cheek. Sakura looks away but grits her teeth so she won't raise her face. Come on, don't be reserved and ask. Emiya won't hide anything now. See? It's your wish come true. She doesn't reply, with her head down. Why aren't you saying anything? Just ask him. Why don't you ask him what he thinks of you and if he hates you after finding out you're a dirty woman of Mato? Oh, Jesus. Shinji? Her figure looks like she's apologizing to me and I can't contain myself anymore. It's fine now, right? Oh, wait. It's fine now, right? I came here just like I promised. Let Sakura go. What? I didn't promise you anything. I gave you a command. I just said that I wouldn't do anything to Sakura if you came alone. Don't glare so much, Emiya. I'm not a devil. I'm glad you want to take back my sister. I'll meet your sincerity if you act accordingly. I could send Sakura home once we're done. I see. Is that a promise, Shinji? Yeah, I'll let Sakura go if you do as I say. That's a promise. I swear. Alright, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to get on my knees and beg? Nope. What's the fun in making a guy beg? I brought you here to fight. I told you we're settling our match. Ryder takes a step forward. There's no enmity or intent to kill. Ryder steps forward to obey her master. But it's boring to just fight, right? It's not fair since I'm not a mage, and it's obvious that I'll win in a fight. So to be fair, I'll have her fight you. Shinji, that makes no fucking sense. Fight Rider empty-handed, huh? It's like telling me to die. I will take your life. I've told Rider to go easy on you. Well, I'm sure it'll be a nuisance if you keep running around after today, so I'll have her break your limb. Rider's not holding her dagger. It seems she really is going to go easy on me. Isn't your job easy? You just have to stand there and get hit like a dumbass. Oh, but don't go down so soon, okay? If you faint before I'm satisfied, I'm leaving with Sakura. Ryder comes closer. 3 more steps. Then I'll be within her reach. Don't resist, but don't go down easily. You're contradicting yourself. What do you want, Shinji? That's obvious, isn't it? I just want to beat the crap out of you! Ryder springs forward. I raise both my arms in preparation for her attack. At that instant, an impact that almost blows the bones away with it pierces my right arm. He aimed at my arm that was guarding my face. My arm is still attached, but it's numb. I don't feel anything. I lace my senses as fast as possible. I can't do anything barehanded. Unless I strengthen everything that can be strengthened, my limbs will be torn clean off. I have to turn my uniform into steel and turn my body into something even stronger, or the next attack will kill me. The tremor runs through my left arm. The blow, like a bush hammer, interesting, penetrates through my strengthened uniform and tries to break my left arm. Both my arms have been rendered useless in a mere second. No. I move, but I don't really feel them. I can't use my deadened arms to block her attacks. If she takes another shot at my head now, I'll be knocked out for sure. Ryder's merciless. She beats me relentlessly, just as Shinji ordered. Her movements remind me of a machine. I protect my face with my arms that barely move. From the start, I can't perceive Ryder's attacks to block them anyway. I have to concentrate on guarding my head so that I won't get knocked unconscious. What is Ryder thinking? Even though my arms are an easy target, she ignores them. She only hits my exposed chest and stomach. They're agonizing blows, but they aren't as strong as the attacks that numb my arms. It's weird. With the strength that Ryder showed at the VOD temple, a single blow could easily be enough to tear me in half. Is she going easy like Shinji said? Well, she isn't going easy on me, but not aiming at my face, but even with that in mind, something's not right. In short, her power is way too different. A servant's power is in direct proportion to the magical energy you can feel from them. Ryder was a strong servant back in VOD temple, but the Ryder before me now is the Ryder that was defeated at the park. I don't know what happened, but if that's the case, I still have a chance to outwit Shinji. I fall forward. Seemingly tired of using me like a punching bag, she keeps forward and drives her fist into my stomach. It's like a steak gouging into my abdomen. The attack is really effective. The bruises from last night are screaming with pain. Gastric juices fill my mouth and I almost fall down to my knees. What is that, Emiya? That's pitiful. You're in front of Sakura, so take it like a man. I fall forward. Ryder steps back and watches. Then... I grab Ryder's arm and force myself up. That's good, Emiya! You're as persistent as a roach! You're hilarious! Damn, that hurts. My head is spinning, even though she didn't hit me there. But, well, this is a third-rate show. Even if we continue, it'll be more of the same. I'm getting bored, so let's finish it off with an exciting knockout scene. The same? Are you stupid? What's the same about this? It's standing in a different position now. Hasn't he noticed that I switched positions with Ryder when I pulled myself up using her arm? There are about 5 more meters. Your patience has worn out. What? I raise my head. What did Ryder just say? Enough resting. Start the second round, Emiya. Ryder shakes off my hand. Black Servant resumes her attacks with the artificiality of a machine. I'm being pushed back. To avoid finishing me off, Ryder's attacks stay clear of my vital areas. My body's numb. I'm bruised everywhere I got hit. I don't really feel pain anymore. It's because the pain from within is worse than that of her attacks. Ryder's attacked me to destroy my body. Prepare yourself. The Black Servant closes the distance with the motionless voice. And in that moment I am certain. This isn't part of Shinji's plan. Ryder's decision not to go for my head. And that I can still move my body. It's not because Shinji ordered her to go easy on me, but... Alright, you don't have to hold back anymore. Kill him, Ryder!
Hey son, stop!
Ryder's hair flutters as she steps in. And hits me in the chest with her most powerful strike yet. I can't breathe. I don't feel the ground anymore. Her attack almost blows me unconscious even though I knew it was coming.
Senpai!
I hear a scream and a delighted laugh as I fly through the air. Sakura's voice is close. I fall? Under normal circumstances, I would have hit the floor and died. The impact of the fall doesn't matter. It's an attack strong enough to blow a human away. It wouldn't be surprising if the strike blew a hole in my chest. But I'm alive. Anyone can jump back to the timing set so perfectly. That attack wasn't meant to kill me. She's kept me conscious and mobile, not because of Cindy's order, but of her own free will. Now, the range is perfect. I turn my body right before I hit the ground, straighten myself instantly. And grab the knife in front of me with my left hand. I catch it by the blade. Ow. I don't care about it digging into my hand because it's numb. What? I raise my other arm, and without a thought for the pain, punch him square in the face with my clenched fist. Let's go. I throw away the knife. Trying not to look at the blood, I run to where Sakura is sitting. Sakura!
Senpai.
Sakura doesn't raise her head to look at me. She's trying to avoid talking to me. I don't know if it's because of Shinji or because of all the things I've hidden from her. All I can tell is that Sakura's body is hotter than this morning. It's fine. Let's talk later. We'll go home for now and...
It's over. The match is decided, Shinji.
Then, I realize the Tozaka's behind me. After being wounded by Archer, Ryder's crouching down on the floor. Her clothes are wet with blood. Even though it's not fatal, she shouldn't be able to continue fighting. Tosaka? Damn, that's not fair! You broke your promise, Emiya. I told you to come alone!
Yeah, but it was an order, not a promise, right? But I think it's illogical to call it unfair.
That's sophistry! It's natural for him to come alone since he said he'll come alone!
That's fine. We were together, but Emiya-kun doesn't ask me for help. I came here because I wanted to.
You're lying. Why are you here even if he didn't get you? Emiya acted honest and tricked me. God, you're so pathetic.
Oh, that? It's simple. I was next to him when you called. You had such a loud voice, Mato-kun. I was able to hear you even though Emiya-kun was trying to hide it. You understand now. There's no way I could sit there if Sakura's been kidnapped. You lured Emiya-kun to the place of making me your enemy.
So you're here for Sakura too? Sakura! I don't believe this! Are you the same as Emiya? Look, I'm a master! If you're a master too, you shouldn't worry about Sakura. You should be concerned about me!
I see. Then why don't you make your servant fight? Archer only cut her stomach. He hasn't destroyed the core of her embodiment, her neck, or her heart. Go ahead and heal Ryder if you're a legitimate master.
Damn you. She just scrambles away and takes out a book. That's That's Shinji's command spell that burned up at the park. He still has it? Get up, Ryder! That's your master's order! Get up and be Archer! There's no reply. Ryder is crouching, motionless. A puddle of blood is under her, and the blood keeps flowing. She's the one who needs help right now. To order her to fight is to hasten her death. Dad! You're my servant, so fight until you die, you bitch! Shinji's fingers tighten on the book. That must be how he uses his command spell. With trembling movements, Ryder tries to stand. Stop! That's enough, Shinji. Give up. Ryder's gonna die if you push her anymore. Huh. Servants don't die that easy. I'm taking Sakura back. Shinji doesn't relent. I let go of Sakura and rush him again. In that instant...
No, no more!
Sakura? I stop and turn back. Touching her stomach, she moans as if in the throes of a nightmare. What? Shinji's book burns to ashes just as it did that night. What? Wind blows inside the enclosed hallway. It's coming from Ryder, who is lying on the ground, and from Sakura, who is still crouching.
No way. This is Ryder?
Tosaka stands ready while Archer silently watches the enemy that stood up. Ryder's fine. Power flowing from her body is like when she was at the Rito temple. Then, her figure disappears. Ryder suddenly disappears from my vision.
Get down, Amiya-kun!
Shit! The moment I duck, long hair flutters right above me. Sakura! Ryder has instantly jumped with Sakura in hand. She lands opposite us, between Shinji and the rest of us. Huh? What are you doing? I ordered you to fight.
No, there was no such order. As a servant, I merely protected my master.
Ryder lets Sakura down and glances at Shinji. Her eyes are covered with a leather mask, but her expression is frighteningly cold. Don't be stupid. I'm your master. Why are you wasting time instead of protecting me?
Shinji, a command spell appears on the body of a master. I have never accepted anyone who does not bear the holy sign as my master.
What?
You are a fraud. You have lost the book which granted you false ownership, so I no longer obey you.
Ryder turns away from Shinji. That motion tells Shinji that she will never look at him again.
I see. So that's how it was, Ryder? Your guess is correct, Archer's master. You already knew, did you not? Yeah, I knew it was strange. There's no way one of the Machos to be chosen as a master. Their bloodline has grown thin, so no maidens should be born to them. So it shouldn't be possible for Shinji, one of the Macho family, to become a master. A Ryder was summoned, and a person from the Macho household was chosen as a master. Yeah, I thought Macho Zoken summoned you and entrusted you to Shinji. But it's actually much more simple. Zoken doesn't need to do anything, but the most appropriate person in the Macho household to be master is...
Tosaka's not looking at Ryder. She's only looking at...
the legitimate successor of Macho. This generation's mage of the line of Macho. It's you, Sakura.
She's looking straight at Sakura. Huh? I can't say anything. Tosaka and Sakura. I can only look at them alternately and try and figure out what was just said. My left hand hurts. My relaxed mind finally starts to inform me of the pain in my hand. You know, the knife pain. Let's see. It seems my mind is calm. Tosaka's words and the sight of the command spell in Sakura's left hand have numbed my senses, but my mind isn't surprised at all. Only... why? Why did such a thing happen? Sakura is hanging her head as if trying to hide. Judging by her body language, she didn't want me to know.
Transfer a command spell. Command spell ordering her to obey Macho Shinji, huh? Ryder became Shinji's servant with that, and you lost your right as a master at the same time, becoming an ordinary mage. So when I first had you show me your arm, you'd already given your command spell to Shinji.
Sakura didn't answer and bites her lips. Then... Oh, we're making good time, I guess. Damn! Again, Sakura! Give me the right to control her again! Shinji runs to her as if begging her. Hey! Say something! You don't want to fight, right? You said you didn't want to be a master, so that's why I took over in your place. Why are you pretending to be a good girl now? His disguise as a brother is starting to fall apart. His fury is overflowing, but there's no need for me to stop him. Ryder, are you going to disobey me?
You're not my master, Shinji. Even if you are her brother, if you intend to harm Sakura, I will kill you.
Ryder releases him. Shinji backs away, clutching the arm where Ryder gripped it. I see. You'll regret that, Ryder. No matter what you say, everything will be back to normal when Sakura makes another book. You know what happens once you become my servant again?
It's useless, Shinji. It's almost impossible to entrust a servant to a human. And something that's not a mage at that. The transfer using the command spell made it possible.
Yeah, there's one more command spell. Sakura will listen to me, so...
That's why this is it. Sakura only has one more command spell. If you use it, you'll have no way to control Ryder. Ryder would be freed. You can't bind a servant with a fake right made by a command spell. That'll just burn your book like earlier, even if you order Ryder.
What? Then... I'm...
Yeah, you lost your chance to be a master. No, you were never a master, as you were only controlling her using a fake command spell.
A crack runs through, with a sound the existence of Mato Shinji breaks. He never really had the rights to control her, he was borrowing it. It's like he was borrowing Sakura's car or something. I see. So it was impossible from the beginning. I have no talent. That old man cast me aside as a failure, and I was pitied by my sister. Yeah, it's only natural. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it! I knew from the beginning that I'm not suited!
Nissan.
No, don't worry about it, Sakura. This was all just a farce. I knew I have no talent. You're the family's heir. There's no need for me to butt in.
Nissan.
Yeah, I know. I know. So, Sakura, you continue.
Huh?
Fight them in my place! Rook Sakura, Emiya, and Tosaka are enemies. If you're the successor of Mato, then you know what you have to do now!
Shinji, haven't you heard a thing I've said? Sakura won't fight, and you have no right. We won't attack you, since you don't have Ryder anymore. Just stay in hiding until the Holy Grail War ends.
I'm not asking you. Come on, Sakura, listen to me. You're my dear sister, right? There's no reply. Sakura clenches her fist, turns it back to Shinji.
I don't want to. Let's stop, Nissan.
And clearly refuses the order. Sakura, what did you just say?
I don't want to. You broke your promise. You said you wouldn't kill Senpai, but you broke our promise. So...
Sakura doesn't turn to look at Shinji. Shinji looks at it like someone's... Shinji looks at it like it's someone else's matter and laughs. I feel a chill in that instant. Then I'll let you have it your way. I hear the sound of glass breaking. What the fuck? Sakura falls. Her knees lose strength and she falls to the ground. Bye, Sakura! If you're gonna hold a grudge, don't hold it at me, but hold it against that old man. Well, if you're gonna end up like that anyway, maybe it's better for you to be freed from the pain now. Shinji runs away. Fucking Ryder should go and kill him right now. Sakura tears at her chest. Her earring breaks and a chemical-like liquid is pouring out of it. No, no! She goes into convulsions. No, it's worse. Sakura is shaking so bad that it seems like she's going to crumple like a building in an earthquake. Sakura! I don't get what's going on. In my worry, I run to her. Fool, don't you understand what's going on? Someone stops me. I don't know when he got... Oh, it's Archer. Fool, don't you understand what's going on? I don't know when he got there, but Archer's grabbing my shoulder. Get away from here. You will not be able to restore her if you feed her without care. What? Archer pushes me back and says something weird. Feed her? What do you mean? The question dies in my throat. The hallway tints red. The air becomes a mist, moistening our skin, and every wall starts to sweat like honey. Ow! My chest is burning. This air. This red world is a different world made by magic. This must be a bounded field that melts everything within its framework, on this premise. Tosaka, this is... I can't breathe. No. Mist clogs my throat and burns me from the inside when I breathe. This must be the real blood fort. Oh no. One when it's used by Sakura, not Shinji. Bounded field Shinji set up here, but it's much stronger than that Sakura's Rider's master. What? I look. On the other side of the hallway, Sakura, clawing at her chest in agony. And Ryder, who's confronting Archer to protect Sakura. Move aside, Ryder. Your master's running wild. She'll be addicted to it unless she's stopped before she gets a taste of another's magical energy. I refuse. My role is to protect my master. I cannot let you through as long as you're trying to kill Sakura. Oh. So you're gonna stand there and let your master die? Your master's using a magical energy at a high rate. Do you understand that she's certainly gonna die if you leave her alone? No. She can avoid death if she takes in more magical energy than she loses. Fortunately, there are two mages here. Shinji escaped, but they cannot escape now. I shall take your master before Sakura is consumed. So your character doesn't change even with a new master, huh? Seems you value yourself over other people's lives. It goes for you too. Are you trying to protect your master by ignoring mine? I see. There's no need for either one of us to hold back. Archer charges. Without heed for the corrosive bounded field, he rushes at where Sakura is still crouched on the ground. And he clashes with Ryder as she blocks his way. Hey, are you okay with this, Tosaka? He started fighting with Ryder. Of course they have to fight. We won't last like this. And as a fellow mage, we have to prevent Sakura from becoming a heretic. What? Heretic? Are those people who use magic against the law of the association, or people who can't stop the magic circuit and destroy themselves? Wait, what is that? Why Sakura? She's running wild. Ryder made this bounded field, but Sakura is the one maintaining it. I don't know what Shinji did, but Sakura is attacking indiscriminately now. I bet Sakura is like us. It's painful that she wants air. It's just painful and she wants air, so she's sucking in other people's air, or magical energy in this case. I can't leave her be as the supervisor of Fuyuki. What? You can't leave her be? What are you gonna do to Sakura? Ask Archer. I only know one way to stop a mage like that, but Archer might know some other way. Well, we have to do something about Ryder before that anyway. From what I can see, Archer's the stronger of the two, but it seems his output is down. Output is down. I look back at the hallway. Archer's overwhelming, even in my eyes. In terms of pure power, he's stronger. There's no way that Ryder could hold him back. But it's weird. Ryder's strength is her agility. She shouldn't be good at fights where she has to protect someone. Being forced to protect someone should put her at a disadvantage. Archer should have already defeated her and moved on to Sakura. That's not the case. So could Ryder be overwhelming him? Huh. Archer's sword swings through the empty air, her hair flowing as she moves. Ryder arches back and avoids the attack, and steps in and slashes at Archer. Ryder isn't the only one to attack and defend at the same time. Archer repels Ryder's dagger with his other sword and pushes her back. Advance and retreat. They're evenly matched. Archer can't press forward, Ryder can't force him back. They're consequently clashing swords without any progress. The impatient one is Archer. Though his enemy is weaker than him, he cannot repel her, and the battlefield is slowly taking his energy. And to add, Tosaka and I are at our limits. Stopping our breath is painful, so being in this hallway stabs at our minds. At this pace, we'll fall before Archer defeats Ryder. Damn. Archer clicks his tongue in annoyance. There.
I understand your power. I'm sorry, but you cannot defeat me.
Ryder stops and makes an announcement in a regretful voice. What?
I said you cannot beat me. You are not using your noble phantasm. I do not know if your master has forbidden you from doing so, or if you're concerned for Sakura's safety. Regardless, if you will not use it, this is it. You cannot defeat me.
Planting her feet, her only weapon, Ryder confronts Archer. He looks so defenseless that the match could be decided if Archer attacked her right now.
I'm not worried for your master, I just think that there's no need. As you cannot use your noble phantasm either, Mato Shinji was your master until just now, so you don't have enough magical energy stocked up to use it. Yeah, Shinji could not give me magical energy, so I cannot use my noble phantasm right now.
That's right. There's no need to waste my magical energy against an opponent who will not use it. I'll slash at you with my next attack, proceed, and slash that girl, and everything will end.
Yeah, let's say that's how it'll be. It'll be easier for me to kill you if that's the case.
Ryder answers calmly. What does she intend to do? Even without readying her weapon, Ryder stands against Archer.
No, Ryder!
It stops when she hears the voice.
Please endure there, Sakura. I will solve everything. Stop. Please stop, Ryder. I didn't plan for you something like this. I cannot follow that order. Your life takes priority above all else.
Ryder raises her arm. There's 4 meters between her and Archer. Maintaining that distance, the black servant puts her hand on her face and
Also,
this is what you wished for, Sakura. She releases the black seal. Everything solidifies in that instant. Ryder's naked eyes. They're inhuman eyes. Ones of the highest rank among numerous mystic eyes. Ray eyes. They look like crystals, and they're too abnormal to be called eyeballs. The corneas do not take in light. The pupil sees the world through a square. The iris is solidified, not allowing the eyes to close. The millions of cells that make up the retina are composed of ether. Are they art that the gods admired, or are they nature that the gods cursed? Ryder's gray eyes are abnormal, and at the same time too beautiful for any human to have. Archer's frozen in place. It must be because he saw her eyes from such close range. His eyes are frozen even if he wants to close them, and his arms are frozen even if he wants to cover his eyes. He tries to charge forward and slash at Ryder, but his legs are already petrified up to his knees.
No way!
You guys have petrification? Sakura's voice is almost a scream. I can't tell what kind of face she's making. My eyes are also captivated by Ryder's mystic eyes, and I can't look away. My blood is thickening. The flow is solidified, and my senses are ceased. Mystic eyes. A single action magic that mages have. It takes the eyes, passive receptors of the world, and makes them function actively to influence the world. It indiscriminately casts its magic upon anyone within sight, though the effect is vastly increased if the target meets your gaze. In short, it's something not to be looked at, and it's a frightening magical nature that entraps anyone that looks at them. Their abilities and concealable nature make Mystic Eyes proof of a first-rate mage. The technique to make one's own eyes into a magic circuit is close to that of a magic crest. But then, Artificial mystic eyes only have strong enough powers to cast charm or whisper. Possessors of truly powerful mystic eyes are always born with them. Binding, coercion, contract, burning, illusion, extreme luck. Mystic eyes that directly intervene with another's fate are called noble color, and among the highest ranked of them are the eyes of petrification. No mage of this age possessed these eyes. There are only a few mages that can make petrification magic possible. How great a miracle is it to be possible to petrify others just by looking? Raker Gorgon. It is the curse of the gods, sealed by the powers of shrines. It is said that such evil eyes were only possessed by evil beasts and the spirits in the age of gods. The magical noble phantasm that can petrify people with its glance, and the symbol of the heroic spirit Medusa. The Wyvern. Real attack is coming! Ricker screams, his body is now petrified up to the waist. Beyond him, a dark red wave is expanding from within Ryder, who has released her mystic eyes.
Wait, even if you tell me...
Sokka's moving too slowly. Something terrible is flowing forth from the other side of the hallway. The wave becomes sharp like a spear and aims straight at Tosaka. He'll die. Tosaka must be more entranced than me, as she can't even move a step. Unable to dodge, she will be impaled by the spear. The scene of several seconds in the future in mind, I pulled Tosaka's hands. What else am I gonna do? I just don't have time to think. I can still move my legs and arms. And I don't need to move forward and pull Tosaka. Tosaka! What? Tosaka doesn't even budge when I grab her arm and pull. It seems she's heavier than she looks. Damn, you're heavy! It doesn't move when I pull with both my arms. Then all that's left is... Yep, just move! I charge at her to push her away. Ow! Ow! I hear a dull piercing sound. What are you doing? So... I can hear her voice clearly. Fuck! My body is burning. Everything is hazy, as though I have high fever. Senpai? I hear a familiar voice in the distance. My sense of reality is fading. My mind whites out, and my left arm bleeds red, mixing like paint. Oh. I see Sakura staring at me as I fall to the floor. No! And she falls to the ground like a puppet with strings cut. Yeah, see, there it is. He loves that phrase. Hmm. We'll be fine. How do you feel? Have you calmed down? Sitting on the church's long bench, I nod silently. I see. There's no need for treatment. Your wound should all heal as your energy returns, so just rest for now. Tosaka sits a bit away from me. The distance between our minds is much greater than this. There's no idle conversation as we wait for Kodomine. My left hand screams with pain when I clench it. It's like there's a nail driven through my palm. The cut from grabbing the knife hurts more than the bruises from Ryder or the stab wound from Sakura. Stab wound from Sakura? I don't remember that. The dark cloud blocks the view of the night. The rain clouds tell me it's going to rain soon. I guess the spear-like thing that attacked Tosaka was Sakura's magic. The magical nature of the Mato household inherits his absorption. When lack of magical energy made Sakura suffer, she unconsciously cast the spell. She probably aimed at Tosaka because she had the most magical energy there. It stabbed and tangled around my arm because I pushed Tosaka away, and it sucked all the magical energy out of me. Magical energy is a life force. It's natural for me to lose consciousness when it's sucked out from me. I'd already used up my energy when I fought Ryder, so I easily fell unconscious, and Tosaka brought me to the church after that. I hear Sakura fainted when she saw me fall.
She attacked herself.
Tosaka murmurs and explains to me that she's getting treated in the back right now. It seems Sakura is in critical condition. The liquid that came out of her earring was poison, and Kodomine is purifying it now. Jesus Christ. Tosaka doesn't say anything. Neither Archer nor Ryder are here. Only the two of us are in the church, waiting for Kodomine's return. Tosaka. Still sitting down, I call out to her. What? I want to ask you something.
I thought so. Fine, I'll tell you. It's no use hiding it from you now, and it's meaningless to do so. So you want to ask about Sakura?
Yeah. Tosaka takes a deep breath and starts to talk in her normal tone.
It all started quite some time ago. The Mato blood started to run thin, and their children were born with fewer and fewer magic circuits. The family's originally from another country, so I think the land of Japan just didn't suit them. Their decline started when they started living here, and then the magic circuit finally disappeared in this generation when Shinji was born. The history of Mato ended with that. They should have taken an apprentice or something if they'd wanted their quest to continue, but the Matos are a distinguished family, and to the last, they refused to take in an outsider. As a result, their successors had less magical energy, and it finally ran out in the end. They finally started looking for an apprentice when that happened, when a mage could come from a fallen family. Hundreds of years of Makiri history would have just ended at that time. But they weren't people who could give up then. Shinji's father adopted a child and taught the child magic. So, I expect you wouldn't know because your family's a special case, but a family of mages hands down its secrets to only one child. They don't teach magic to any other children. Soken said this, right? If there's a sibling, one is your successor, while the other is raised normally or put up for adoption.
There's no need for two successors. In a case of siblings, or sisters, what would be done to the one who wasn't needed? Some may raise her and hide her from the fact that they are a family of mages, but it's difficult and inefficient. If they trained their magic circuit over many generations, it would not be their wish to waste the excellent gene, even if she is not chosen as the successor. Then... Tosaka.
Yeah, I had a sister a year younger than me. The declined Mato family had no hope of someone giving them a child for adoption. It's only natural for them to rely on the Tosaka family, the ones they had a pact with for a long time. I don't know which of us my dad intended to make his successor, but I remained to Tosaka, and she was taken to the Mato family. That was 11 years ago. I couldn't go see her much after that. There was an agreement made with Mato, and I couldn't really go see the successor of the Matos.
I see. Then you and Sakura are...
Real sisters. Well, we never called each other like that.
I don't know how much emotion is contained in those simple words, but it makes me understand. Why she always asked about Sakura. Why she didn't let Archer use his noble phantasm. That's good. You're on Sakura's side. A dim light shines in the gloom of my mind. I don't know what's going to happen to Sakura, or what she's going to do from now on. But if Tosaka cares for Sakura, there might just be hope of waiting on this ominous path ahead.
No, I'm not her ally or anything.
But Tosaka denies me as if reading my thoughts. Not her ally?
Right. If Sakura can't be cured, I'll just dispose of her. Just like I would with any other enemy. Can't sit idly while a mage indiscriminately attacks people. If Kiria can't treat Sakura, then I'll just have to get rid of her myself.
What are you saying? Sakura's your sister, isn't she? Don't ever say something like that.
Sakura is a child of the Matos. She stopped being my sister 11 years ago.
Tosaka, you...
The outcome won't change even if Sakura is my family, as you say. It won't change anything. In fact, that would give you even less of a right to interfere.
Then you're... no different from Shinji. Before I can say the worst thing possible... What are you doing? The operation is complete, but she's still in critical condition. If you want to make a commotion, do so outside. Kurumine Kirie emerges from the back of the church.
Kirie, how's Sakura?
I can't tell if you two are on bad terms or in good harmony. Oh,
You're just mistaken.
I see. Let's sit down. I shall explain the state of Mato Sakura is in.
Taking our separate seats, we listen intently to the priest.
To put it simply, there is a foreign substance, a worm, in Mato Sakura's body. The worm is called a crest worm. It's like an artificial sanshi. 3 corpses. Do you recognize this name? I shake my head. Sanshi, a bug said to inhabit a human body that reports the person's evil deeds to the judge of hell. I've heard of Sanshi, but I've never heard of a crest worm. So you do not know. Well, it was originally just a harmless parasite. It is a familiar that lives off its host's magical energy. It is of the lowest rank of familiars. It does nothing beyond telling its master whether you or not its host still lives.
I see. So it's like a monitoring device. So Zoken's monitoring Sakura with that?
Oh, when was it decided that Mato Zoken is the master of the Crestworm?
I'm sorry, but I'm in no new mood for your long talk. Who else but that old bastard would do something like that to Sakura?
I see. That is certainly true. Mato Shinji cannot use Crestworms, so it can only be that vampire.
Right? Just go ahead and tell me the result. Would Sakura be saved or not?
You are being hasty, Rin. You seem to understand her condition, but the boy does not. We should explain for his sake, right? Tosaka looks away awkwardly. Judging by her expression, she doesn't want me to find out. Well, what shall we do, Amiya? Rin says she just wants to know the results. No, please explain things in order, Kyrie. I'm sorry for Tosaka. I can't yield to her about this. If this has to do with Sakura's life, I have to know everything about it. Then let me continue. The crestworm I explained earlier is undermining Mato Sakura's nerves. It must be the result of 11 years spent growing within her. The crestworm has turned into a nerve, like a magic circuit, and is entangled with her own, swarming all throughout her body. It has transformed into her magic crest. Under normal circumstances, it is suspended, having no effect on Mato Sakura's body. But once activated, it will violate Mato Sakura's nerves and will keep moving using her magical energy. That is what happened earlier. The crest worm roamed through her body, absorbing her magical energy. Had she remained in that state for half a day, she would have certainly died. The crest worm would suck all of her magical energy as its power, and then eat her flesh as nutrition. It means she would have had her body consumed after her magical energy was sucked dry. If you have a magic crest, you should know well how painful it is. Even the faintest... Fuck, his voice is hard for me to do. I was not expecting this. Even the faintest trace of a foreign substance puts a human body through discomfort and can even be life-threatening. Having another creature entwining its nerves with your own moving within you would easily be enough to kill you. In that regard, I'm surprised Mato Sakura was conscious until just now. I do not know if Mato Sakura has a strong will, or if she is just used to the Crestworm's activation. We will need to ask her if we want this answered. I hear a sound. It's the sound of my teeth grinding. If you have a magic crest, you should know how painful it is. I couldn't possibly know. I cover myself in sweat just to insert one magic circuit into my body. Sakura has it several times worse. I could even guess at her pain. Hold on, you said if it's activated, right? Then the crest worm isn't usually active? That is correct. The poison put on her only awakens the crest worm. The crest worm is only an observation device. It is only activated as a punishment for the host. Mato Sakura, when she breaks a certain condition. Just listening to his words make me go crazy. I know it's not something Kotomine did, but I almost attack him for saying that. I suppress my selfish emotion and... What is the condition? I urge him to go on and tell me the heart of the matter. Mato Sakura fell and Rin tried to save her, but Ryder prevented her from doing so. Then the condition is obvious. To abandon the battles as a master. That should be the restriction. That should be the restriction on the Crestworm. She has approved of the battles by entrusting Ryder to Shinji. The Crestworm will torment her if she refuses it now. It has calmed down for now, but the Crestworm will keep tormenting her. It will tell her, "What are you doing? If you are truly a master, then go kill the other masters. If you cannot, I will eat you and kill you." My mind almost breaks down. Just hearing about it makes sparks flash in my vision. More than anything, I want to kill that old man. That's the condition Sakura must follow? It seems so. Nothing else seems likely. Then, can't she just not be a master? If she uses up her command spell and cancels out the contract with a servant, she won't be a master anymore. I would not recommend that. I told you the condition of her Crestworm's activation is to abandon her duty as a master. If she cancels her contract with Ryder, the Crestworm will consume her for sure. I see. So she can fight and survive, or refuse to fight and be killed by the Crestworm. Those are the only options Sakura has, right? Right. The Crestworm will torment her until it will torment its host for as long as the Grail War continues. If her condition keeps up, her body will not last long, and her mind will be destroyed. She has a magic crest all over her body, after all. You should understand how absurd that is, Rin. Yeah, you and those should be familiar with my body. I still periodically get the urge to cut off my arm. What? I'm like this with one arm, so her functions as a human being should be violated if she has it all over her body. She's no mage, but a cluster of magic circuits. The human mind should be overwritten by the wave of magical energy. What? Then Sakura is... She's in danger if her condition keeps up. I don't know how many more days she can last, but the Crestworm will spread further with each successive day. She will die if we cannot remove it before it affects her whole body, but her body will not last long in any case. The only thing I did was to purify. The surgery to call back her lost magical energy and mind after this, but the chance of success is very low. That is all. To sum of everything, Macho Sakura cannot be saved. Are you satisfied now, Emiya Shiro? There's no way I'm satisfied. Sakura can't be saved? It's ridiculous. She was doing so well until yesterday. Where are things like this now? What about removing it? Can't you extract the Crestworm? If you know it's there, you should be able to take it out, right? Extraction will be difficult. The Crestworm has already integrated itself into her magic circuits. Even the one who implanted it wouldn't be able to extract it now. Yes, if you wanted to extract it, you would have to rely on a miracle. Or the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail. So that's where it ends up, huh? Sakura's only choice is to keep fighting as a master. And the power of the Holy Grail is the only thing that can save her? I understand the situation now, Kyrie. Let me thank you. I understand the situation now, Kyrie. Let me thank you. She bows without showing so much gratitude and confronts the priest. But isn't this too sudden? The Crestworm wasn't implanted in her yesterday, so why did she suddenly reach her limit? Why do you ask that now? Mato Sakura's body is tampered with many years ago. The changes were so extensive that even her hair and eye colors no longer reflect her heritage. That did not start recently. Well, it seems it was never intended to kill her as long as it's doing now. It seems Mato Zoken did not intend to use Mato Sakura in this war. She did not adjusted to fighting. I would assume she was treated this way because unexpected conditions were met. Unexpected conditions, huh? I don't know what those are, but that means Sakura suddenly won Zoken's confidence? Oh, it means he lost confidence in Shinji. And now he swapped over to Sakura then. Probably. I would assume some change occurred within her that Soken did not expect. But that is only one factor. There are other reasons for her drastic change. She is now constantly using magical energy to maintain her servant. If she cannot spare any for her crest worm, what will the starving worm do?
I see. Regardless of the conditions, it'll drain her body to acquire the magical energy it's not getting. But she wouldn't lose magical energy if she didn't use Rider, so...
Yes, she should be able to live as before, for a while. But I don't think the old man will leave Mato Sakura alone.
Right. We wouldn't plant a creature in her like that otherwise. Whatever. Otherwise. The worm will kill her if she doesn't fight. And her body will also be destroyed if she uses it up. If she fights and uses up her magical energy. No. Not only that, but Zoken can do anything he wants with Sakura, because he's the one who planted the worm in her.
He can use Sakura?
Yes. Zoken's holding Sakura's life in his hands. So defeating Zoken is the only way to save Sakura. But Amy-kun, you have to defeat Sakura before you can defeat Zoken. She's his puppet. I'm sure he would use her as a shield if you corner him.
Exactly. Mato Sakura is a convenient tool for Zoken. He will control Mato Sakura as he instigated Mato Shinji. In fact, she is superior as a master. She is urged on by her worm, and she will run even wilder than Mato Shinji, just like Zoken wants. But I will be irritated if everything goes his way. I will perform the surgery on Mato Sakura. I have purified her poison and anesthetized her. The healing and the extraction of the crest worms will be performed next.
Huh? Hey, Kyrie.
It's hopeless, but I'll do my best. I simply cannot allow Mato Sakura to die. And what sort of priest would I be if all I could do was rely on the Holy Grail? Tosaka's surprise is natural. His words are surprising even to me, and I've only known him for a short while. This isn't a guess, but a conviction. Futomine is seriously trying to save Sakura. It might just be because he's a priest, but it's too much even for that. What's going on? This is the first time. What's going on? This is the first time I've seen you support someone like this. It's not just a whim. It is simply too wasteful to let her die. Well, I suppose it is better for the two of you to have another master eliminated. The priest's response is plain. Tosaka glares at the priest.
I'll leave her to you. I'm going to come back when the surgery should be over.
And leaves the church with those words. Tosaka leaves, and the church regains its silence. The priest silently sees Tosaka off, and I can't even stand up because I can't think of anything. What are you doing? You are of no use to me here. I want no distractions. Go kill some time until the surgery ends. I won't bother you. I trust you when it comes to surgeries. You helped that woman before, too. The skill of the surgery is much greater than before. Mato Sakura stopped herself by shooting herself. She is suffering from auto-intoxication, probably because she harmed you. To put it simply, she killed her own mind to stop herself since she was being controlled by Zoken. The procedure I'm about to perform is like starting a heart that is stopped. Well, Cruststorm has kept her body alive. If all I have to do is recover her mind, it should succeed. But your presence here is a liability. If you come barging in when you hear her scream, I will certainly fail. In any case, you bear no responsibility to her suffering. You and Mato Sakura are strangers now. Strangers? I am telling you not to have any sympathy for her. There is nothing you can do. Leave like Rin has done. Why? Can't I pray for her sake here, even if I can't do anything? That is a crime. You have no right to share her pain. Do you understand? I am telling you the surgery will fail if you are here. You are only harmful to You're only a harmful enemy to Sakura right now. I can't finish my sentence. His words are heavy, and they are pointing out the crimes I didn't know I had committed. Mato Sakura has some kind of guilt towards you. If you are near her, she may refuse to wake up. Guilt? Towards me? Yes, it's more like repentance than guilt. As the successor of Mato, she has been subject of prolonged experimentation. It is easy to imagine what kind of training Mato-Zuken imposed on her. To be blunt, Mato Sakura is not the pure maiden you wish her to be, but a witch contaminated by worms. I'm not surprised. I know this feeling. It's just like when I found out Sakura was a master. I silently accepted the truth when I saw the command spell in her hand. The girl tried to hide the fact from you, but it was always sought salvation. I don't know how long the abuse called inheritance of magic lasted. But what do you honestly think you can do now, when you stood by her side, completely oblivious for all that time? That's what I mean by you having no right to pray here. But if you still care for Macho Sakura, leave. That is all you can do for now. I get up. It's not like he talked me into it. It's just that what he's saying is correct. I shouldn't be here if I really do care about Sakura. I shouldn't be allowed to care for Sakura when I can't think at all. I turn my back to the priest and head for the door. Oh, I do not even need to think I mentioned this, but I don't have the composure to turn around. Stop, still facing the exit. That incident you mentioned earlier, the woman was attacked when Mato Shinji still controlled Vita. She was saved thanks to you, but she would have died under normal circumstances. Pissed. Somehow I understand why he's bringing this up now. That's right. I need not mention who is at fault here. When servants attack people, the responsibility lies on the master. Are you saying this is at Sakura's fault? Of course not. I'm only talking about the responsibility. I am not talking about good and evil. In reality, that woman is alive because of you. But if I made a wrong decision back then, Ryder would have killed that woman. That means, yeah, this is about the future. If Macho Sakura recovers, it'll be the same in the end. The same thing is bound to happen again, even if she regains her consciousness. Which one will... Oh. This is about the future. If Macho Sakura recovers, it'll be the same as the end. The same thing was about to happen again if she recovers her consciousness. Which one will be protected then? We don't know when Sakura might do the same thing. I have nothing to say to him. I quickly make my way to the exit and to run away from those words. Emiya Shiro, do you remember where you became a master? I grit my teeth and walk on. His words are an ultimatum. You said you would be a superhero. Then make your decision. Will you, or will you not cast aside your own desires like Emiya Kiritsugu to protect your ideal and your belief? Shut the door. The door to God's house is heavy, like the cross. Alright, guys. Like I said, end of the day or 2 hours. I don't want to end it here because it's... I don't think it'll be nearly enough, like, for like a whole episode next time. But I don't know. No. It's also too much for me to continue from here. So, by my own estimation and limits. So that's it for tonight, guys. There's a lot going on, and yeah, I don't want to say anything too much, but just prepare for maybe a longer prologue next time. But I think it's for certain. We will see when we see. But in the meantime, great rest of your night. Remember to take care of yourselves. And try to blame yourself for things that are kind of out of your control. Take care of yourselves, guys. Bye.